Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Q here again at the Paleo Problem Long Island at MikeTheCaveman.com. And today's question is, should you avoid fluoridated products?
I'm the caveman.
And the answer is, probably, yeah, particularly if you're a child. Now, let's be very clear, right out of the gate, I'm not going to go off on some rant about all the deleterious health effects it could have, or about it calcifying your pineal gland, bro. This is one of those situations where, similar to GMOs and vaccines, there's a lot of controversy related to it because there isn't a lot of hard data supporting its deleterious nature. But let's quickly summarize why it's being used. The primary purpose of fluoridating the water and different products like toothpaste and mouthwashes is to prevent cavities. And there is a lot of data indicating that it can actually do that. And in the concentrations being used, it probably isn't problematic. In water, it's limited to roughly 1 part per million. The old guidelines were 0.7 to 1.2 milligrams per liter, or parts per million. But in recent years, the EPA has actually recommended for reductions to 0.7 milligrams per liter. If you're somebody who's consuming a gallon of water a day, that's roughly 4 liters per day. And at that rate, you're looking at approximately 3 milligrams per day. Shouldn't be a problem, particularly since it's being spaced throughout your day. Where we tend to see problems are at higher acute doses all at once, especially in children as they carry less weight. Now, all this does come with a caveat that if you are someone who's severely micronutrient deficient, particularly in calcium, magnesium, and iodine, then we may see a problem in either bone density or in thyroid function. So if you're somebody who is hypothyroid or has osteoporosis, fluoride is definitely something to be more conscious of, especially if you're not getting in adequate amounts of those nutrients. Going back to those aforementioned GMOs though, when we talked about that topic, we mentioned how they didn't increase yield. And even if they're not inherently dangerous, if they don't increase yield, what's the point? Unfortunately, we see a similar situation when it comes to fluoride. While topical application of fluoride may be beneficial, the systemic application, so ingesting it through the water, doesn't necessarily show the same benefits. Ancestral populations were generally free of dental issues. Was it because they were consuming enough fluoride? No, it's because of higher levels of micronutrient sufficiency. More calcium, vitamin D, vitamin K. They got in the sun, they ate fatty animals, they got in more nutrients. They ate less refined sugar, which feeds the bacteria that leads to that decay. We talked about that in our tooth decay video. So rather than simply fluoridating the water and giving people fluoridated tooth care products, wouldn't we be better off actually educating them how to maintain proper tooth development and maintenance? Avoid the sugars, get enough nutrients, and you don't need the fluoride. So your biggest takeaways are that no, you probably shouldn't be using fluoridated products. Not because they are inherently dangerous, unless you are a child eating that toothpaste, in which case you might get that high-level acute exposure we talked about, but rather, what's the point? Eat real food that is micronutrient dense to make sure you are sufficient, and avoid the refined sugars that can feed that bacteria that causes the tooth decay. And we'd be better off. We don't necessarily need to fluoridate the water. At the end of the day, there are so many other health issues that you should be aware of that fluoride doesn't really come towards the top of the list. But if you are deficient in micronutrients, have a hypothyroid condition, or are a child, then yeah, you should be more mindful of your fluoride intake. But if you want some more information on that tooth decay, or on the GMOs we talked about, take a look at the videos over here. Either way, you know what to do. Like and subscribe down below, share it with your friends, head over to Instagram and Twitter and follow me at Mike the Caveman, or on Facebook at Paleo Problem Long Island, and of course, or MikeTheCaveman.com. That being said, have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't stress about the fluoride. Your pineal gland will probably be fine. Probably. I'll see you tomorrow. The problem with that comes down to the actual chemical structure of those molecules. Now, there are primary